When news broke that Jungkook had once again shattered a world record in the United States, the global music scene seemed to stop for a moment. It wasn't just another chart update or a streaming milestone. It was a symbol of how far a young artist from South Korea has traveled to carve out his place on the world stage. This achievement added yet another chapter to a career that, even by the most optimistic standards, has been nothing short of extraordinary. The weight of this new record goes beyond statistics. To understand why, one must look at the broader context. The US is the single most competitive music market in the world. Artists from every corner of the globe aspire to break through, yet few manage to establish a presence, let alone dominate charts and claim world records. For Jungkook to do it repeatedly without the traditional industry backing that Western artists often rely on is a story of perseverance, artistry, and a deeply loyal fan base. On the surface, records are cold figures. Millions of streams, chart positions, ticket sales, or social media mentions. But for Jungkook, every number carries emotional weight. Each milestone represents not just his individual success, but the collective journey of BTS and ARMY. His latest record in the US is especially significant because it demonstrates his ability to transition from a group member to a fully realized solo force. Breaking records in America doesn't happen by accident. It requires strategy, timing, and above all, a connection with listeners that transcends language and cultural barriers. Jungkook has mastered this delicate balance. His voice, equal parts smooth, powerful, and emotionally raw, has become a universal language. His performances, whether on massive stages or intimate live streams, carry an authenticity that cuts across divides. This authenticity is what propelled him to this latest triumph. To fully grasp the magnitude of Jungkook's new world record, one must recognize the battlefield he is standing on. The US market is crowded with superstars. Names like Taylor Swift, Drake, Beyoncé, and Ed Sheeran dominate conversations. They have decades of industry support, powerful record labels, and marketing machinery behind them. For an international artist, particularly one from Asia, to even enter this arena is difficult. To break records here is groundbreaking. Jungkook's accomplishment is not just about surpassing other K-pop idols, it's about positioning himself alongside, and in some cases above, the most powerful names in the global music industry. By breaking records in the US, he has made it clear that his artistry is not confined to a single region or language. He belongs to the global elite. Jungkook has broken records before: streaming records, YouTube records, social media engagement records. But this one feels different. It happened at a time when the world was questioning whether K-pop's global wave was peaking. Some skeptics believed that the initial explosion of Korean acts in the West was fading. Jungkook's new world record silences those doubts. This achievement is proof that K-pop is not a temporary trend, but a permanent part of the global music conversation. More importantly, it shows that Jungkook is not just riding the wave, he is the wave. He is setting the standard for what it means to be a global artist in the 21st century. For ARMY, Jungkook's new world record in the US is not just a statistic to celebrate. It's a deeply personal moment. Fans have followed his journey from the early days, when he was a shy teenager debuting with BTS, to his current position as a global icon. They've seen the struggles, the sacrifices, and the growth. To witness him now, conquering one of the hardest markets in the world, is both emotional and validating. Social media platforms were instantly flooded with hashtags celebrating his achievement. Fans from every continent shared stories of how they discovered Jungkook's music and what it meant to them. Some recalled late nights streaming his songs, others shared videos of him performing live, and many expressed how his lyrics helped them through difficult times. The emotional resonance behind his success is what makes this world record so much more than a headline. Unsurprisingly, Jungkook's record did not go unnoticed by industry insiders. US media outlets highlighted the achievement, often framing it as another example of the growing influence of Korean artists in global pop culture. Record labels, executives, and fellow artists paid attention. Whenever a non-Western artist dominates the US market, it forces the industry to rethink its strategies. For Jungkook, this means that opportunities will continue to expand. More collaborations, more invitations to perform on global stages, and more recognition from award shows that once seemed distant. His latest record positions him not just as a Korean superstar, but as a global trendsetter who shapes the very direction of music. Although Jungkook's accomplishment is a solo feat, it inevitably ties back to BTS's legacy. The group has long been credited with opening doors for Korean artists worldwide. Now, Jungkook is ensuring that those doors remain wide open. His success reinforces the idea that BTS's influence is not fading during their military service hiatus, but is instead evolving through the solo activities of its members. This record also carries symbolic weight for the future reunion of BTS. When the group eventually returns, they will not just be a legendary K-pop act. They will be returning as members who individually proved themselves on the world stage. Jungkook's success strengthens the foundation of what BTS will be in the next chapter of their career. The question now is simple: what comes next? For Jungkook, the possibilities are endless. Each record he breaks raises expectations for the next. Will he continue to dominate streaming platforms? Will he headline more concerts in the US? Will he collaborate with more Western artists to cement his presence even further? What's clear is that Jungkook is not slowing down. His work ethic, combined with his natural talent and the support of ARMY, ensures that his trajectory is still rising. This new world record is not the peak of his career, it is a stepping stone towards something even greater. In an industry often criticized for manufactured personas, Jungkook stands out for his transparency. Fans have witnessed his growth not just as an artist, but as a human being. His live streams, candid interactions, and behind-the-scenes moments reveal someone who is grounded despite global fame. This authenticity creates trust, and trust translates into loyalty. When Jungkook releases a new song, fans don't just hear music, they hear him. They hear the struggles he overcame, the dedication he poured into his craft, and the dreams he continues to chase. This emotional dimension is why his records resonate so deeply and why they transcend cultural boundaries. Another crucial factor in Jungkook's US dominance has been his increasing visibility in Western media. Appearances on talk shows, performances at high-profile events, and features in major publications have steadily built his profile. Each of these moments introduces him to new audiences, casual listeners who might not have been part of the K-pop wave. For instance, his live performances on US television have consistently impressed critics and viewers alike. His stage presence, vocal stability, and charisma create lasting impressions. These appearances also help dispel outdated stereotypes about K-pop idols, proving that Jungkook is not simply a manufactured star, but a world-class performer who can hold his own against any global act. One of the most remarkable aspects of Jungkook's rise in the US is how he has managed to break language barriers. While some of his songs are in English, many retain Korean lyrics. Yet, fans still embrace them wholeheartedly. This reflects a larger cultural shift in global music consumption. Listeners are increasingly open to non-English songs, and Jungkook is at the forefront of that movement. It also demonstrates his ability to connect emotionally beyond words. Listeners may not understand every lyric, but they feel the emotion in his voice, the sincerity in his delivery, and the universality of his themes. In this sense, Jungkook's music is not limited by language, it speaks directly to the heart. Another element that propelled Jungkook to his new world record in the US is his careful approach to collaborations. Rather than chasing high-profile features for publicity, he chooses collaborators who complement his sound and expand his artistic range. These partnerships not only introduce him to different audiences, but also demonstrate his versatility across genres. By blending K-pop with elements of R&B, pop, hip-hop, and EDM, Jungkook creates a sound that feels global rather than regional. This versatility makes him appealing to diverse demographics, from teenagers discovering K-pop for the first time to seasoned music fans seeking fresh talent. What makes this world record particularly powerful is the shared victory it represents. For Jungkook, it is validation of years of hard work, sacrifice, and perseverance. For ARMY, it is proof that their efforts, sleepless nights, and unwavering support are not in vain. Together, they have achieved what many once thought impossible, making a Korean soloist a record-breaking force in the US. The emotional payoff is evident in fan reactions. Online, thousands shared how they cried upon hearing the news. For them, this was not just about charts or records. It was about witnessing someone they believed in from the beginning finally receive recognition on the world's biggest stage. The sense of pride, joy, and connection created by this achievement cannot be measured in numbers alone. Of course, with every new record comes the question of sustainability. Can Jungkook continue to break barriers in the US? The answer lies in his unique combination of talent, adaptability, and fan support. Unlike artists who rely solely on hype, Jungkook's foundation is built on genuine artistry and emotional connection. This makes his success not only sustainable but also scalable. As the music industry evolves, Jungkook is well positioned to adapt. Whether through new streaming strategies, innovative performances, or further cross-cultural collaborations, he has the tools to remain a dominant force. His new world record is not an endpoint. It is a signal of what is still to come.